Ladies and trans gentlemen, how are we all doing today, man? I just came here to discuss some things. So lately, as you all may know, of course, gaming hasn't been in the best shape that we've seen it over the past couple of years. I could get into AI, but that's a whole nother video on it. So as we all know, gaming is in a bit of a skid right now. Like a lot of people are resorting to going back and playing the older games, like maybe on the Nintendo, Wii or PS2 or PS3 even. Like dude, people have been as of late on like a huge nostalgia spree. And I know it's like I guess it's trending or whatever because people just want everything to go back to the old ways. But I mean, I've been on this wave. Everybody knows I like playing old games. I don't really enjoy the newer games as much. Because they kind of stray away from what made them so great. Especially with the fact that all these newer games nowadays are just adding a bunch of pointless nonsense to their games. Like almost every game that you play is going to have, something that you don't morally agree with or it doesn't fit your beliefs, right? And a lot of games nowadays are pushing agendas, They're just pushing agendas that not everybody agrees with, but they're focusing on things that the minority want and not the majority. So, me personally, I have a PS5, I have a gaming PC. PS5, I guess you could say PS5, Xbox Series X, probably has to be one of the saddest generation of consoles we've ever seen. I mean, if you think about it, just think about the games we used to get back in the day. Halo 3, Halo Reach, even ODST. Fuck it, why not? Even Halo 4. If you want to go back to the Call of Duty side of it, you got Black Ops 1, you got Modern Warfare 2, you got Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 1, World at War, Black Ops 2, maybe even Ghost. Okay, so we need to focus on why video games, all right, we need to focus on why video games are dying, right? Because it's no secret, dude. All right, so every game is being review bombed into hell, right? We've been seeing this from 2022, 2023 upwards. It's probably going to continue that way. Look at the new game that just came out, High Guard. Peaked at about a couple 100,000 because everybody wants to play the new game when it comes out, make content about it, whatever, right? Game comes out, not even 3 days later, loses 100% of its player base. Do you even dude? Oh my goodness, the game is sitting at about a 20 to fucking 30% review. Okay, that is unacceptable. That is unacceptable for a AAA title. Are you kidding me? Even the content creators who got paid to play this game and advertise it on their streams are quitting. They don't even want a part of this shit, dude. And they're getting paid to play it. Oh my God, man. Every game that's coming out is just slop. All these AAA titles are trying to be all inclusive and all this fucking bullshit. And they're adding like fucking protagonists and antagonists that are transformers and not even fucking authentic real humans. You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't we just have a regular game? Why does everybody have to be a transformer? Why does the lead protagonist have to fit some sort of agenda? I don't understand anymore, right? Like, dude, all these games that are getting released are absolutely fucking abysmal. Ghost of Yote, good game, plot doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, combat is great. Ghost of Tsushima was amazing. Ghost of Yote diverges completely, in a sense, from what Ghost of Tsushima was. Absolutely butchers the characters. The main character, I'm not going to even get into that. Let's move on. Assassin's Creed Shadows has some similarities to Ghost of Yote, Ghost of Tsushima, but that is not an Assassin's Creed game. They have diverged from the plot. They've lost the fucking plot. Assassin's Creed needs to end completely. Just stop. It's over. Ubisoft is done. Please look at who makes Ubisoft games now. Just look it up. All their lead directors are gone. Everybody that made the great AC1, AC2s, AC3s, Brotherhoods, Revelations, those guys are gone. They're gone. This new age of games are, oh my God. Borderlands 4, unplayable. The reviews are sitting at a little bit over 60%, which is horrendous for a Borderlands game. 1 and 2, the pre-sequel, the Tales of Borderlands games, those are all phenomenal, 10 out of 10. Everything else, they're done. They're gone. They can't replicate it. It's over. But as of late, I have been seeing a lot of videos of people complaining about maybe Call of Duty not being the best. Battlefield 6, when it first came out, I was seeing tons of videos. Look, I was always defending the older Battlefields from the beginning. Like, I go live on TikTok so people know. I usually play older games. But people were, like, screaming with their chests out. Oh, Battlefield 6 is going to be the best Battlefield game ever. It has everything Battlefield 4 has, and it's improving on everything Battlefield 4 ever did. And they added a ton of new game modes. They made the shooting smooth, all this bull crap, right? Just trying to get anything to stick. And I didn't fall for it. I played BF6 when it first came out. Look, obviously, when a game first comes out, everyone's riding a hype train. Everybody wants their hype to be true, right? People pick a side immediately, and they hope that it's, the right side. So majority of people, for whatever reason, were overwhelmingly, majority of people were overwhelmingly in agreement that Battlefield 6 is probably going to be better than 4 or 3. And I, on the other hand, could give you a multitude of reasons as to why Battlefield 6 would not be better than Battlefield 4 or 3. But nonetheless, people wanted to continue on that hype train. And then when Battlefield 6 dropped, we see the map selection they gave us. We see the weapon selection they gave us. Pretty subpar, can't even lie, from a longtime Battlefield player. Maps were absolutely abysmal. I mean, they pretty much did everything in their power to copy Call of Duty, even from the menus, like the UI, dude. Like, dude, tell me copy my homework without making it obvious looking ass, bro. Like, they literally took the entire COD UI, plastered it onto Battlefield, started adding cosmetic skins, started adding battle passes, started adding shitty, small, fast-paced maps that completely took Battlefield, to a direction that I never wanted it to go in. So now, every time you drop into a Battlefield game, you're more likely than not going to be closer to having maybe a negative KD if you're usually a positive player than you would expect. Most games people don't revive. I mean, they ruin the class system. The class system doesn't even, even remotely come close to whatever they had in Battlefield 3 and 4. Everybody can just revive everybody now, but nobody actually wants to revive anybody. A lot of times you're in a game, you're going crazy. You get knocked down and your teammates are right there. They just stare at you, or they continue fighting. Like, people are just playing it like COD now. People just want to stim, run around fast, slide around, all that bullshit. Battlefield was so good because of what it was, because of what it stood for. You take a look at Battlefield 6 now, I can't even tell you what the campaign's about. Like, there wasn't a single memorable person in that campaign. There wasn't a single memorable mission in that campaign. It's, you know how games are nowadays. They want to pander to the multiplayer audience. They want to ensure that they're maximizing on profits by prioritizing microtransactions, enabling the use of AI so that they don't have to pay people to do certain things, design certain parts of their game. And it's just going down a bad hill. All games have drastically in enjoyment. I don't know if it's just this generation of people that just don't have it in them to, focus on the fine details and the little things that makes the game so special. Like, shout out to the developers like Hideo Kojima, Capcom. They always do their thing. They don't really disappoint that much. But it's really difficult nowadays to get a solid game. Because think about it, right? How many times have we waited for a game in this generation? It drops, right? People play it for a day. Okay, perfect point, right? What game am I playing right now? Skate 3. Skate 3, one of the most beloved skate games of all time. Next to Skate 2, next to Tony Hawk. Next to Tony Hawk Pro Skater, that series, Tony Hawk Underground, one of the best games ever. What did Skate 4 do wrong? Everything. They did everything wrong. They prioritized microtransactions by making the game free so that this could be another Fortnite scenario where, they don't have to worry about people buying their game when they already have the game for free. And then we could just, we could just cash out on them when we start adding the stupidest skins ever and make them like $20, $10. And everyone's going to buy them because the game's free. So they're not going to realize that they're spending money on these skins. They're not going to realize that they're spending money on these boards. They're not going to realize that they're spending money for a game that is literally a skydiving simulator with the option of using a skateboard. Dude, I was defending Skate 3 with my life when Skate 4 dropped. Even before Skate 4 dropped, I saw the early access. I saw the movement. I saw the way the characters looked. I saw the way the map looked. That is not a proper look. I mean, the skating is okay, right? Skating is okay in that game. But it doesn't help that the city is not entirely manufactured for skating, right? So a lot of the times, in San Van or whatever the fuck type of dumbass name they chose for that stupid ass game, they want you to do these missions, right? If you play the tutorial or the story mode or whatever you call it, right? I don't even know at this point. You know what I'm talking about. A lot of these missions are on rooftops. I don't think there's ever a mission in Skate 3 that require you to go to a fucking rooftop and jump to another rooftop. Dude, there's not even skaters in real life that have the balls to do that. And you're telling me Skate 4 is supposed to be a skating sim. Like, dude, just get real, bro. Just get real for a second, bro. Like, they botched the fuck out of that game. I don't give a shit what type of trick you land. I don't care if you eagle spread across 3 miles of the map, land the fucking crazy grind. Like, dude, I don't give a shit. I don't. That game is abysmal, absolute garbage. The people they're hiring to make these games don't even give a fuck anymore. They're hiring people that probably fake their degrees. They're hiring people that don't have any prior knowledge to the gaming history of Skate, to the gaming history of Call of Duty. Just look at the team who developed Black Ops 7. Please. I'll probably put a picture so y'all can see. Look at the team who developed Black Ops 7. Do you think these people know anything about these weapons? Do you think they know anything about multiplayer shooters? Do you think they know anything about war? War never changes, right? They don't know a damn thing. And there's like a huge uproar, and I'm just doing my part in speaking out against what the gaming community's doing wrong, It's just like they're not staying faithful to what made them so good. And it's becoming really annoying because I'm tired of waiting 8, 9 months, 10 months, even years, right? Some games take years to come out. And you're building up the hype, And then when the game finally comes out, you're telling me they had X amount of years or months to make this and it's worse than the predecessor? Like, are we serious or like what? It's just ridiculous, man. Like, I don't even enjoy playing modern games anymore. Arc Raiders is okay, right? I'm not going to shit on that game. But I will shit on games from AAA companies that have continued to disappoint us. Assassin's Creed, please just end the series. Call of Duty, please just end the series. Battlefield, y'all probably have one chance to improve the series. But if y'all ain't know, Battlefield has lost 92% of its overall population of people who've played the game. Do y'all understand how crazy that is? Developers are prioritizing simplicity instead of complexity. But yeah, that's it. Like, sub, share this to another friend who might have the same opinion. And yeah, catch you on the next one. Peace.